Hi everyone, Taylor here from Needle Clankers. Thanks for joining us again today. Today we're going to learn how to do this stitch pattern here. I'm just calling it the puff shell stitch. I don't know what the name of it is. I just played with it and made a new stitch. I'm sure there is a pattern out there somewhere for it, but until I find a name for it, that's what I'm going to call it. Let me get it up close. You can see here we've got our shells, and there's a puff stitch in the middle of our shells, and then we've got our single crochets in between them, and then we'll do a row of V-stitches and stuff. But this is an easy pattern to do. You can take and do them where they're offset if you'd like, and do the next shell in the V-stitch, or you can do them where they're on top of each other like I did. That's all up to you. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, I have my messy pile of yarn here that we're going to try to work with and hope that it doesn't knot up on us. And I'm using a 4.5mm crochet hook, and you can use any yarn you want with the matching hook. We are just practicing the stitch today. So grab some scrap yarn, grab you a crochet hook, and let's go ahead. Now the multiples for this stitch pattern is 6 plus 2. So that means that you're going to make a slip knot on your hook, and you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's your first repeat. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now when you've got the length that you want to add 2 to the end. Now whenever I work, I like to go into these back bumps here, as you can see. But if you go into these here, that's fine. It won't make a difference, and you're just playing today, so you do it however you want. Now I'm going to go into the second chain from a hook. Now this one on our hook here does not count. You want to count 1, 2. You want to go into the second one. And I'm going to turn mine over and go into that back bump and put a single crochet. Now I'm going to skip 2 chains, skip, skip, and go into the third one. And the third one's going to have a double crochet, chain 1, and now we're going to put a puff, and that's where you yarn over, insert your hook back into that stitch or the chain, and pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook back into that chain, pull up a loop, one more time, yarn over, insert your hook back into that chain, and pull up a loop. Now you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all but one, that last one on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all. Chain 1 and put a double crochet into that stitch, that same chain that you put a puff in. And so in that chain you should have a double crochet, chain 1, puff stitch, chain 1, double crochet. Now let's go on. You're going to skip 2 chains, skip, skip, and put a single crochet in the next one. Skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and then put a shell. And a shell consists of a double crochet, chain 1, puff stitch, you should have 7 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all but one, yarn over, pull through all, chain 1, double crochet back into that chain, and that's a shell. Skip 2 chains, single crochet into the next, and you're going to repeat this across. Alright, whenever you reach the end here, you should have 3 chains left. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to go into that last chain and put a single crochet. Like that. And that is what your first row looks like. And whenever you get done, you may want to take and push those puff stitches up to one side. That way they pop out. Let's go on to the next row. Alright, row 2, we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and you're going to put a double crochet into that single crochet that you worked from the previous row. Chain 1 and place another double crochet into that same stitch. You're going to chain 1 and you're going to single crochet in the top of that puff stitch from the previous row. I forgot to tell you this right here, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet is a V-stitch. Now you're going to chain 1 and you make another V-stitch. So in the single crochet, so you have your shell here, double crochet, puff, double crochet, and you have your single crochet there. You're going to put a V-stitch into that single crochet there. You're going to put double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, single crochet into the puff stitch, chain 1, V-stitch in the single crochet between the shells. And this row actually goes a little faster than the previous row. This one goes quite a bit faster because we're almost done. Chain 1 and then into that single crochet that we started with at the beginning. When we first started our row 1, you're going to put a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and that's it. You're going to take and repeat the rows. I'll go ahead and help you with the next row. You're going to chain 1 and skip this double crochet here, and you're going to put a single crochet into the middle of the V-stitch. If you want your shells to be on top of each other, then you're going to chain 1 and single crochet into the V-stitch. You're going to go to the single crochet and you're going to create a shell. And a shell is double crochet, chain 1, puff, chain 1, double crochet, and then in the V-stitch here we're going to put a single crochet in the middle of the V-stitch, and then the single crochet we'll take and put a shell in, oh, I messed up, I didn't do a chain 1, oops, try that again. Single crochet in the middle of the V-stitch, and for mine I have one more shell to do, so you're going to put a shell in the single crochet, I think we're going to manage to make this tutorial without having knots in our yarn. Yay! And see that V-stitch there? You're going to single crochet in the middle of that V-stitch, and that is the end of that row. And so you can take and push those puffs all to one side so they pop. And then when you start your next row, you chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet to create a V-stitch, and you continue on like I showed you. and you should end up with something like this. And you can make this for scarves or garments. You can make this for hats, whatever. The multiple for this stitch pattern is 6 plus 2, and if you keep to that, you should be able to make whatever you want with it. Y'all have a wonderful day. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see y'all later.